So, hello friends, myself Dr. Dipanshu Shukla. Today we will discuss about the bony features and attachment of the scapula. Here, previously draw anterior view and the posterior view of the scapula. So, scapula is mainly triangular and flat bone which is located posterolateral aspect of the thorax in between the second rib to the seventh rib. If we talk about the parts of the scapula, it has a body which is triangular in shape and three processes. This one is coracoid process, coracoid process. This one is acromion process. And this one is spinous process. And this is triangular body. So scapula has a single body which is triangular in shape and it has three processes: coracoid process, acromion process, and the dorsal aspect. This is spinous process. Now we will discuss separately the features of the body of scapula and the spinous process and coracoid process and acromion process of the scapula. Firstly, we will discuss about the features of the body of scapula. So the body of scapula has three borders. This is superior border, this is lateral border, and this one is medial border. So scapula has, body of scapula has three borders: superior border, lateral border, and the medial border. It has two surfaces. This is costal surface and this one is dorsal surface. So, body of scapula has two surfaces: costal surface and the dorsal surface. Now we will talk about the angles of the body of scapula. So it has also three angles: superior angle, this is inferior angle, and this is truncated lateral angle. So body has three borders: superior border, lateral border, and the medial border. Three angles: superior angle, inferior angle, and the lateral angle, and two surfaces: costal surface and the dorsal surface. Now, on the superior border near the coracoid process, one notch is present. This notch is known as suprascapular notch. This notch is known as suprascapular notch. On the lateral border, just below the glenoid cavity, there is a tubercle is present known as infraglenoid tubercle. And above the glenoid cavity, another tubercle is present known as supraglenoid tubercle. This is supraglenoid tubercle. Now, so this is all about the features of the borders of the scapula. Now we will discuss about the processes of the scapula. So, on the dorsal aspect, this is acromion process. This one is acromion process. So, if we talk about the features of the acromion process, the acromion process has two surfaces, two borders. Two surfaces are superior surface, which is subcutaneous. Superior surface and below the superior surface, just opposite, inferior surface. This is medial border, two borders, medial border and this one is lateral border. Now we will talk about the features of the spinous process of the scapula. The spinous process of scapula has three border, anterior border which is fused on the dorsal surface, which is fused with the dorsal surface of the scapula. Posterior border, this is posterior border which is free, and the lateral border towards the glenoid cavity. Now, the spinous process has two surfaces, superior surface and the inferior surface, and a single root. This is the root of spinous process. So these are the all about the features of the body features of the scapula. Now we will talk about the costal surface, features of the costal surface of the scapula. On the costal surface of the scapula, three oblique ridges are present for the attachment of the intermuscular tendon of the subscapularis muscle. These are oblique ridge which is for the intermuscular tendon of the subscapularis muscle. On the dorsal surface of the scapula, the dorsal surface of the scapula divided into upper smaller portion and the lower larger portion by the spinous process of the scapula. The upper smaller portion of the scapula is known as supraspinous fossa. This is supraspinous fossa. And the lower smaller portion of the scapula is known as infraspinous fossa. So this is supraspinous fossa and this one is infraspinous fossa. Now we will discuss about the attachment of the scapula on the costal surface and the dorsal surface. Now near the medial border on the costal surface from the superior angle of the scapula up to the inferior angle of scapula, this is the attachment of insertion of serratus anterior muscle. Serratus anterior muscle. On the medial two-thirds of the costal surface of the scapula. Here is the attachment of subscapularis muscle. Subscapularis muscle. This is subscapularis muscle. Subscapularis muscle. Just below the glenoid cavity on the infraglenoid tubercle, here is the origin of long head of tricep muscle. Long head of tricep. Above the glenoid cavity on the supraglenoid tubercle, attachment of origin of long head of bicep muscle. Long head of bicep muscle. On the superior border near the suprascapular notch is the origin of inferior belly of omohyoid muscle. Inferior belly of omohyoid muscle. So these are the attachment of the costal surface of the scapula. Now we will discuss about the attachment of the dorsal surface of the scapula. On the supraspinous fossa, medial 2/3 portion is attached by supraspinatus muscle. Supraspinatus muscle. On the infraspinous fossa, medial 2/3 portion is attached by infraspinatus muscle. Infraspinatus muscle. Now, on the lateral border of the scapula, upper 2/3 portion is attached by teres minor muscle. Teres minor muscle, which is interrupted by an artery known as circumflex scapular artery. Scapular artery. Now, on the lower 1/3 portion of the lateral border of the dorsal surface of the scapula, here is attachment of teres major muscle. Teres major muscle. And on the inferior angle, here is the attachment of latissimus dorsi muscle. These are the attachment of the lateral border of the scapula. Now we will talk about the attachment on the medial border of the scapula. On the medial border, all the muscles are insertion from the superior angle up to the root of spinous process. This is insertion of the levator scapulae muscle. Just opposite to the root of spinous process, Here is the insertion of rhomboideus minor muscle. Minor muscle. And from the root of spinous process of scapula up to the inferior angle, here is the attachment of rhomboideus major muscle. Major. So these are the attachment on the lateral border of the scapula. Now we will discuss about the attachment on the acromion process and the spinous process of the scapula. So on the medial border of the acromion process and the upper lip of the acromion spinous process of scapula, here is insertion of trapezius muscle. Trapezius muscle. Now, on the lateral border of the acromion process and the lower lip of the spinous process of scapula, there is attachment of the deltoid muscle. So these are the attachment of the spinous process and the acromion process of the scapula. Now we will discuss about the attachment on the coracoid process, which is more important for the viva point of view. Attachment of the coracoid process of the scapula. On the coracoid process, three muscles are attached along with the three ligaments. What are the three muscles? Two muscles originate from the tip of the coracoid process known as coracobrachialis muscle and short head of bicep. Bicep brachii muscle. These two muscles originate from a single common tendon. Now, one single muscle insert on the center of the coracoid process. This is known as pectoralis minor muscle. This is pectoralis minor muscle. So these are three muscles: coracobrachialis, short head of bicep brachii, and the pectoralis minor muscle, which is attached on the coracoid process of the scapula. Now three ligaments are coracoclavicular ligament. This is coracoacromial ligament. This is coracoclavicular ligament. And this one is coracohumeral ligament. So these are three ligaments which are attached on the coracoid process of the scapula. Now on the superior border near the suprascapular notch, this suprascapular notch is converted into foramen by a ligament known as transverse ligament. This is transverse ligament, also known as suprascapular ligament. Suprascapular ligament. So, below the ligament, here is the from the below the ligament, here is the location of suprascapular nerve, and above the ligament, this is the location of suprascapular artery. So remember, these structures are located above and below the suprascapular ligament. The artery is above the ligament and the nerve is below the ligament. This is all about the attachments and bony features of the scapula. Now we will discuss about the clinical aspect of the scapula, deformity of the scapula. So one deformity known as Springle's deformity. What is the Springle deformity? During the development, the scapula is developed in the region of neck. Both the scapula are developed in the region of the neck. During further development, this scapula reach in the normal position by the process of descent of scapula. But due to some factor, when the non-fusion, non-descent of the scapula is occur, the failure of non-descent of scapula is condition occur. In this condition, scapula remain in the neck region. This condition is known as the Springle deformity. So thank you. This is all about the scapula. Thank you.